Wow, what a treat. Today, it's Wednesday, the 23rd of January, 2013. You know, we looked outside and all of a sudden we saw kayakers just in front of our station. There had been a tour ship in the area, and they didn't stop at our base, but this particular tour ship lets the guests kayak, and these are not inflatable. These are hard-shelled, sit-inside of kayaks where they could actually roll over. And I'm just looking at it, and what an experience. Wow. They're gathering around an ice floe where there's a leopard seal, and they're pretty close. But they're really, it looks like they're having a great time. Scenery is beautiful. There's lots of ice in the water. Boy, what a thrill to be able to kayak in Antarctica. This is in Arthur Harbor, just about maybe a quarter mile offshore from our base. Now, they appeared suddenly. So I grabbed my camera. I wasn't set up. I didn't have a tripod, so it's kind of grainy and it's a little shaky. But boy, I think it's worth taking a look at. It's a fairly long video, but I think you'll agree. What an experience to kayak in Antarctica. I'll let you take it all in and enjoy the scenery also. As I said, these folks just appeared without notice. We didn't know they were coming or anything like that. So, again, I had my full zoom on and it's handheld, but I think you can appreciate the fun that they're having. You know, we have also talked at the station here about having some kayaks. Some of the tour ships that we deal with have inflatable kayaks that they also let their tourists, their guests, use. And we have a little store here for the tourist on our station, just a very little one, and we sell t-shirts and that sort of thing. And the proceeds, there's not much of profit, but what is goes to our recreation fund. And one of the things we have been talking about instituting is with our recreational fund is to get a couple of two-person inflatable kayaks. And seeing this, I think, just reinforces the want for kayaks. Boy, even though we can use the Zodiacs and such, it's such a different feeling to be in a kayak just paddling with basically the sound of the water rushing by the hull and maybe the splashing of your paddle. You can also get much closer to the wildlife because they're not scared off. Leopard seals and that sort of thing, they don't really get scared off because they're the top of the food chain. But for birds and things, you could just glide right in. It wouldn't bother them a bit. And just think about it, if you had a kayak and the whales came by, what an experience, what a thrill that would be to be kayaking with these giants of the sea. I think that's what we're going to lean toward, is getting some kayaks for our station also. The kayakers hung around for maybe 20 or 30 minutes taking pictures of our station and, of course, the leopard seal that they saw. But you have to remember, these are plastic boats, and they're surrounded by 28-degree water. Now, even though we're still in our summertime, actually getting into fall here in January, it is a very damp day today, foggy and real heavy mist. So they're probably getting pretty chilled. And then with the water surrounding it, doesn't matter how you're dressed, you are going to start to feel it. So they headed back. And while I was watching them, I just couldn't resist because they were having such a great time. At the end of the video, I just had to throw in some penguins. So you're going to get a shot of some penguins at Torgeson Island while they're building some nests. These are Adelie penguins on Torgeson Island, about a half mile out from the station.